Pranasya vashe idam sarvam. Everything in this world, what is everything? Experienced, experiencer and experiencer. All these three are supported by the prana alone in this three world. Like the child is protected by the mother, oh prana, you please protect us and also bless us with prosperity and wisdom. These two things are necessary for every spiritual seeker. Here the second story question ends. Now here the main thing remains, what is prana? I use word prana. What exactly prana means? See? This is a very subtle point, get it correctly. When we switch on the car, what is manifested? Horsepower. Car moves because of what? The wheels started telling, because of me the car moves. The steering started telling, no, because of me the car moves. Then the accelerator started telling, no, because of me the car moves. The brake started telling, no, because of me the car moves. The gear started telling, no, because of me the car moves. Everybody started, because of me the car is moving. Then the horsepower said, don't be fools. I alone express as the acceleration, the movement, the brake, etc. So what is the horsepower? Is horsepower an individuality? See, number one, horsepower in an expensive car is Brahman. Horsepower in Maruti 800 is Shudra. No, it is a common principle. And when the horsepower is not invoked, will the car move? So the car is moving and car is a car only because of the horsepower. Now find out where is the horsepower. Is it in the petrol? It is not in the petrol. Is it in the steel out of which the engine is made? It is not there. Is it in the shape of the engine? It is not there. Where is the horsepower? So when the petrol goes through the engine under n number of conditions, then a phenomena happens called as the horsepower, and that alone is propelling both the engine as well as the stored petrol. See friends, exactly the same way. When Paramatma expresses through us as a donkey power, not a horsepower. And then till such time our body is able to manifest as the horsepower called as the Jiva Bhava, then alone all the faculties are functional. See? Now next step. When we switch off the engine, what happens to the horsepower? Where does it go? Does it go anywhere? If it goes anywhere, second time you start, does it come from somewhere? Or it has come from non-existence? So what is the horsepower? It manifests and manifests, manifests and manifests. It is never created. In the same manner, when the pure conscious existence expresses through the body as I or the Jiva Bhava and identified with the body, waking world begins. When that I, the Jiva Bhava, is no more manifesting, then deep sleep. In deep sleep there is no I, the Jiva, yet the body is maintained. See friends, so prana means this principle of manifestation of consciousness through the body as life. Now see, when the bulb becomes fused, where exactly the light goes? Nowhere. Because it is just a manifestation. If there is a lot of light on my face, on my body, backside there will be a shadow. And if we put lot of light on the shadow, where will the shadow go? Or if you take away the light in front of me, where the shadow has gone? Is shadow an object? It is merely an appearance. In the same manner, Jiva, Jiva, Jiva. It is not one per body, friends. Hold on to this principle. Then only we will be really meaning studying Vedanta. Or else again the same thing, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Varanam, Punarapi Janani, Jadare Shayanam. Keep on crying throughout life. See, this is the only way. The only way. Nanya Pantha Vidyate Janaya. All the problems of life can be dissolved only by one way, and that is, this is Krishna Leela, this is Rama Leela. What is the Leela? Leela is nothing but a drama. And what is a drama? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing ever happens. See? As a mother and father, we are not miserable. We are miserable as a mother and father to a child, then we become miserable. So when mother and father is taken as a manifestation, there is no misery. But when we take the mother and father as an individuality, then the samsara begins. So when one mother is talking about her son, glorifying the foolishness of the son, the other mother, her individuality comes up and she cuts her tongue. I will tell you about my son. This is how the samsara begins. Therefore, friends, what is meant in this is this principle. Absolute conscious reality, when expresses through the body as mind, the body becomes enlivened. That enlivening principle is called as jiva. And the jiva is jivana, life. Jivana, na means not. It is not individuality, it is life. See, friends. And therefore, everybody sees through the eyes only. Everybody has got the same problem. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. They are not different. I am not talking about only human beings, about every expression of life. The desire of a dog to go and eat, the desire of a pig to go and eat, the desire of a peacock to go and eat a snake, and desire of a saint to go and have a cup of milk. Desires for satiation of hunger, they are common, they are not different. See, when we thus recognize that Jiva is not an individuality, but it is a manifestation, then the question comes, who is suffering now? There is nobody. See? Suffering begins when we identify. Like, the other day my toe was operated. So they gave me local anesthesia, and thereafter, after 10 minutes, do you feel anything? I said, what feel? That means you don't feel. And then they started cutting. And I was watching it. No pain. Why there is no pain? Because that object is not included in the mind. So where is everything happening? It is only in the mind. And what is mind? Mind is not. Mind is just manifestation of consciousness. Like everything is seen in the light. And what is light? Light is not. It is just a manifestation of electrical energy. Where is the Jiva? And that Jiva who doesn't exist, to him we send to hell and heaven. See, friends, therefore, Avadhut Gita first shloka tells, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana mahat bhaya paritrana. The highest fear under which every living being is living is the fear of death. See, Mahatmaya Paritranat, Vipranam Upajayate. Those who have lived their life in a quality manner, they alone have this inquiry. How long this world, achievements, failures, friends, enemies, how long? And thus, through wisdom, when they withdraw, then the inquiry begins. Oham, as to who am I? And then the first step, I am not the body, but I am the embodied. Then the second step, embodied means is it one per head, or the one is expressing through all the heads, Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad. See the difference. Is there one electricity behind every light and fan, or there is one electricity alone expressing through all the lights and fans? This is Prashnopanishad. See, friends, otherwise we keep on running in and out in all these funny things. After having said this thing, now the third student asks a question. Atha hayanam kausalyashchashvalayanaha papracha bhagavan kuta esha prahro jayate katham ayati asmin sharire atmanam va pravibhajya katham pradishtate kena utkramate katham bhahyam abhidatte katham adhyatmamiti. Now the third student, Ashwalayan, Kaushalya, he asked not one question, but a question paper. See, how many questions he has asked? Bhagavan, kutaha esha prana jayate? Where, from, and how this prana, the jiva, is born? Number one. Number two, katham ayati asmin sharire? How does he enter the body? Number three, atmanam va pravibhajya katham pradishtate? How does he divide himself into the various faculties and gets divided into sense organs and organs of action, etc. And then, kena utkramate, and how does he get out and why he gets out of the body, and katham bhahyam abhidatte, and how he is supporting the objective world, and katham adhyatmamiti, and the same prana who is supporting the objective world, how he is supporting the inner world of every individual. Kindly tell me this. So in reply to this, the teacher gives a beautiful reply. He says, Tasmai sahovacha ati prashnan pruchasi brahmishtoti iti tasmateham bravimi. You are asking too many questions. Ati prashnan pruchasi. Too many. I told you ask one question. See how many questions are asked. Bhagavan Shankara says, Ati prashnan pruchasi means that you are asking very deep and very subtle questions. You are not asking the same thing, routine, My son is like that, my wife is like that, my daughter is like that, my daddy, Ram, Ram. When you got married, did you ask us? Now you suffer. Why make us suffer? See? But whenever we go to the Mahatmas, we have only one topic. And the topic is about the world, nothing else. That is why, Bhagwan is standing like this. This is called a mudra. This is called as Abhay Mudra, but it is not Abhay Mudra. It means enough of asking. How much will you ask? And this is not Dana Mudra. God is not giving anything. He said, if you don't stop, I will give you one. This is the meaning. So how the Mahatmas have to protect themselves from the samsari people? They do a great job. And what is that? They give the devotees a mantra. That is what it is said. The God's name protects. But who? The God's name protects the Mahatmas from the disciples and the devotees. So what they do? They give the mantra. Beta, you do this mantra job, everything will be sorted out. Now what is that mantra? See, I really love you. You are something great, exceptional seeker. I have never come across such a fool like you. Fool and bracket. So I give special mantra, and then the mantra is not ordinary mantra, Maha mantra. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Beta, do these mantras 18 malas per day. Now that fellow is booked. Next time Mahatma comes, this fellow will never go. Because the moment he goes there, Mahatma will ask, how is your japa going on? I can't do 18 manas, Thus the Mahatmas give the mantras and protect themselves. Instead of all this nonsense about this world, rare is the seeker who wants to know what is the meaning of Jiva, what is the meaning of Paramatma, what is the meaning of Jagat, what is the meaning of Ishvara, what is the meaning of spiritual practice, and what is the meaning of God realization. Very few, rare indeed. See? Therefore here the teacher says, Ati Prashnopanishad, you are rare indeed, nobody asks such a question. Go back to Kathopanishad. In Kathopanishad, when the teacher Yamaraj is pleased with the disciple, he says, I bless you with 3 boons. So the first boon he asks about welfare of the father. Second boon he asks about going to the heaven for the jiva. And the third boon he asks about what is the truth. And when what is the truth, this question is asked. His question was, Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, number 1. Anyatra asmat kruta krutat, number 2. Anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha, number 3. And yat tat pashyasi tadvada, number 4. You tell me something that which is beyond dharma dharma. Dharma dharma is for the jiva. I am not interested. And then it is kruta kruta, the cause and effect, beyond cause and effect. Therefore, beyond the Prakriti. Anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha. Don't tell me after this you will go to heaven and hell. I want now itself. It is not the past it was like that, future it will be like that. No. And fourth, don't tell me theoretically. Yat tat pashyasi tadvada. I want your experience to be my experience. To such a sincere seeker, the teacher also takes him for examination. And he is given all the enchanting temptations of this world, which nobody can even imagine. So there Yamaraj says that all these enjoyments of the heavens, all these apsaras, and all the music, and all the beautiful cars, everything is yours. It is not meant for the mortals, yet I grant you as a special case. And that also doesn't tempt Nachiket. Nachiket says, keep it for yourself, you may require. I don't need it. I want to know the truth. See friends, to that student, the truth is revealed. Najayate mriyate va vipashit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire hanta chest manyate hantum hataschet manyate hatam ubhautav na vijanitaha nayam hanti na hanyate. The very mantra takes you back to your own being. Na jayate mriyate va vipashchit. There is no birth and death. When you switch off the light, is the light dead? And when you switch on the light, is the light born? When the light is not born and dead, we can call the electricity as born and dead. Na jayate mriyate va vipashchit. Neither it has ever been born nor it has remained unborn. It is always the same. Therefore, ajaha, unborn, nitya, eternal, Shashvataha, never changes. That thou art. Even when the body departs, body destroys, nothing happens to this self. So this self is first introduced to us as the jiva. Second step is inquire what the jiva is, and then we come to know jiva is a manifestation of the divinity and it is not an individuality. Therefore, all the spiritual practice is starting from the world, coming to the Vyakti, starting from the Vyakti, coming to the Abhivyakti, starting from the Abhivyakti, merging in that which was Abhivyakta. This is the journey. From the possessions to the one who is possessor. From the possessor to the principle that is allowing the possession to happen. And from that principle, what is expressing as the principle to that absolute reality. This is the journey. Going in this journey is living spiritual life. The journey is not in time. The journey is not in space. The journey doesn't lead you anywhere. The journey doesn't take any time. It is thou art. You are that. Only come to discover. So, when this question was asked, now the teacher gave the reply. Atmanaha esha pranaha jayate yatha esha purushe chhaya etasmin etat atadam manokrutena ayati asmin sharire. Now two questions are answered. How this prana is born? Now see what he says. Atmana esha pranaha jayate yatha esha purushe chhaya etasmin. When a person is standing and the sunlight falls, then a shadow is born out of the man. We see how beautiful example. Man is the reality. Shadow is born out of the man. Unless the shadow is present in the man, how can it be born? And when the sunlight goes away, where the shadow goes? Shadow goes back to the man. Now find out where is the shadow. So, shadow is that which is non-existent and yet appears. See, once in one temple I went in Gujarat, standing before Lord Shiva, evening time. On the back side was the sun, in the center I was there, in front Lord Shiva. So when I closed my eyes and stood there for some time and opened my eyes, I saw my shadow directly falling on Shiva Lingam. Thereafter I went in the compound and standing there for some time, looking the beauty around. Shadow was there, I was there, sun was there. On that shadow, one doggy came and Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate. When the doggy read Purnamadaha on my shadow, will I feel very bad? Hey, don't do that. So when the shadow has fallen on the Shiva Linga, is it auspicious? And when somebody came and did some mess, is it inauspicious? But is it not all happening? In the same manner, one light illuminating the toilet, other light illuminating the temple. Should we say, oh, the light illuminating the temple is very, very auspicious, must have done lot of punyam in the last life, lot of merit, and this bulb illuminating the toilet must be Mahapapi, and therefore is born here. And one day it so happens, the light in the temple becomes fused. Now what is to be done? Now nothing is available in the market. Go and remove that light from the toilet and fix it here. Then you can go with a candle. Okay, but how come this light from the toilet has come here? Some punya must have surfaced. But why the light in the temple got fused? Because God likes good people. He likes them. How bluffs, how many bluffs. When the light was illuminating the toilet and the filth, that light was not contaminated. And when the same light is illuminating the temple, the light is not purified. Why? Because it's just a manifestation. Now observe this principle in your own life. Our eyes are illuminating blue color, red color, yellow color, white color. Are they influenced by them? Our ears are illuminating every kind of sound, whether it is a Ramanama or it is an abuse. Ears are not infected. Similarly, mind contains every kind of thought, noble, ignoble, good, bad, divine, devilish. But nothing happens to the mind. Is it not true? Consciousness illuminates Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi, the waking, dream, deep sleep and Samadhi. Nothing happens to the consciousness. It remains untouched. This is the truth. That which remains uninfluenced by anything. Then what is the jiva? The jiva is like the shadow of a person, which appears but which is not. See, friends. Therefore, Atmanaha isha pranaha jayate. This prana, the jiva bhava, is born out of the absolute reality, and just like the shadow is born out of a man, and manokrutena ayati asmin sharire, and the prana enters the body as mind. Who is the jiva? Jiva is nothing but the mind. In our mind alone, the whole world is existing. Like in the light of the tube, only alone everything is seen. If there is absolutely zero light, all the differences will disappear. In the same manner, when mind is withdrawn, then there are no differences. As in deep sleep, we are neither man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, Indian, non-Indian, nothing. All the differences start appearing again when the mind is enlivened. Therefore, where are all the problems? They are only in the mind. And therefore, all the spiritual practice is recognizing what the mind is. But this mind we give a status of reality and start becoming miserable. Now, how this prana divides himself and supports the adhyatma? Yatha samrad eva adhikrutan vinayukte etan graman adhitishtasva iti evam esha prana itaran pranam pruthak eva sannidatte. Just like a samrat, a king, he appoints the lokayukta, see, lokpal and lokayukta. He appoints different lokayuktas in different villages and tells, you are the headman of this village, you are the headman of this village, you take care of this village. In the same manner, the prana, the jiva expresses through the eyes as vision, and Mr. Vision, you are supposed to stay only in the eyes, don't go anywhere else, take care of. Then the same prana creates the faculty of hearing, and the Shravan Shakti is told, Miss Shravan Shakti, don't misunderstand, stand there and look after all the sounds. And in this manner, one prana expressing through the different faculties as it takes the different roles. Is it not true? Mind expressing through the eyes is called as vision. Same mind expressing through the ears is called as hearing faculty. The same mind expressing through the nose is called as poking faculty. Is it not? Pokeability. Mind is the same. There are not different minds behind with different faculties. Like electricity is the same. The gadgets are different. When it is a tube light, it gives light. When it is a fan, it gives movement. In the same manner, one mind, one jiva expressing through the different faculties appears to have become many, but it has never become many. So, in this manner, itaran pranan pruthak eva sannidhatte, and thus all the faculties as if they are created out of one mind, but in fact it is one alone. Like one man, with reference to the relations, he becomes many. With reference to his father, he becomes a son. With reference to the wife, he becomes a husband. With reference to his own son, he becomes a father. So in this manner, because of the upadhi, one is appearing to have divided into many. In the same manner, one Paramatma expressing through different bodies appears as if he has become many. But he is one, he is never divided. Like when the mind expresses through the 10 organs, the mind has never become 10. The 10 are the expression of their one mind. In the same manner, one conscious principle expressing through the masculine body produces the beard. The same consciousness expressing through the cow produces milk. The same consciousness expressing through the cobra produces poison. See? Does it mean it is a poisonous consciousness? Does it mean it is a nutritious consciousness through the cow? No. Principle is the same. In this manner, how this get differentiated? Now this is said in the fifth mantra. Payupaste apanam chakshu shrote mukhanasikabyam pranaha swayam pratishtate madhe tu samanaha esha etam hutam annam samamnayati tasmadeta saptarjisho bhavanti. Now this prana, the life, gets divided into 5 types of physiological activities, which are those payupaste apanam. In the lower portion, in the organ of procreation and organ of excretion, it is the apana vayu. Then in the mukhanasikavyam, in the head, our eyes, nose, etc., it is prana himself is existing. And in the center is the samana, because he alone takes the food after digestion, spreads it throughout the body, and therefore it is called as samana. And because of this food which is digested and distributed throughout the body, all the 7 flames of knowledge, 2 eyes, 2 nose, 2 ears and 1 mouth, they start functioning. Saptarshisho bhavanti. If there is no food, we can't hear properly, we can't think properly. All the faculties become weak. Further, Rudihesha Atma Atra Etat Ekashatam Nadinam Tasam Shatam Shatam Ekakaisyan Dvasaptati Pratishaka Nadi Sahasrani Bhavanti Asu Vyanaha Charati. Then the same prana, he goes in the heart, and in the heart it is spreading through a complete network of all the nadis. All the nadis are the psychological distribution channels which are not seen physically but which are supposed to function through the network of all our nervous system. And how many they are? They are 72,000. So there are main primary nadis are 100, and among the primary nadis there are 3, and among the 3 there is one called as Sushumna nadi. And this prana thus moves in and through all the complete network, and therefore he is called as Vyanaha. And this Vyana is responsible for making the whole body as a single whole, and in this manner he is able to support all our activities, all our strength, all our karturtva abhiman. It is because of this Vyana Vayu. And then Atha Ekayo Urdhva Udanaha Punyena Punyam Lokam Nayati Papena Papam Ubabhyameva Manushya Lokam. And the last prana is the Udana Vayu. This Udana Vayu helps the seeker at the time of leaving the body, and if he has done the meritorious activity, the Udana Vayu helps the Jiva to get out of the body and go to the Punya Lokam, to the heavens, etc. And Papena Papam. And those who have done lot of sins, the Jiva is thrown in the lower yonis, and those who have approximately okay balance between sin and merit, they are born as the human being. In this manner, this prana becomes divided into the Pancha Prana, Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, and this is how the body is maintained alive. And thereafter, how the external world is maintained. Adityo havai bhaya prana udayat desha enam chakshisham pranam anagrinnanaham prithvivyam ya devata saisha purushasya apanam avashtapya antara yadakasha sa samano vayurvyanaha. Now in the outer world also, these pancha pranas are there. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. So this sun is the prana, and because of that we are able to see the world, etc. Prithvivyam ya devata, and Prithvi Tattva, there the devata, the Adi Daivik Shakti is called as the apana, because of which we are able to maintain ourselves properly in the body. Otherwise, the Prithvi will not pull us towards it. We will be floating and going somewhere in the heavens. And then Abhyantara yad akashaha sa samanaha. And the space is called as samana vayu, and the air is called as the vyana, which is moving everywhere. And the last one is the udana. Tejo hava udanaha. And the element fire is called udana vayu. Because of this, when somebody dies, the first thing that happens, he becomes cold. Therefore, upashanta tejaha punarbhavam indram eva manasi sampadyamanaihi. Therefore, it is said that when the udana, the teja, the heat of the body disappears, people say that now this person is almost dead or he is dead, and then all the sense organs, etc., which were functioning through him, they go back to the mind, and then this mind along with the sense organs and the impressions, they become responsible for the jiva to go into the other body, and then other life begins. This is how, when we accept the jiva as individual, this is the gati. But when we inquire that jiva is only manifestation, atra evas brahma samashrute, here alone the truth is revealed. We don't have to go, this is an option for us. Yo yashraddha sa eva sa. Whatever we accept ourselves to be, that is what we become. And therefore, this jiva thus goes from one body to another body by this prana shakti inside him as well as outside. And thereafter, yat chittaha tenasya pranam ayati pranastena sayukta sahatana yatha sankalpitam lokam nayati. In this manner, this prana, the mind along with the jiva bhava and all the sense organs, etc., he goes from one body to another body. Yatha sankalpitam lokam. Whatever is the last thought, that becomes our next life. In Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, it is said that at the time of leaving the body, whatever is the last thought, that determines our next blueprint. And the story of Jada Bharat is very famous about it. When this king Bharata, he went to do tapasya in the forest, where he fell in love with a deer baby, and he was looking after the baby so much that everything he forgot, only the deer. And one day when he was dying, he was only thinking about the deer, what will happen to my deer when I die. And next life he was born as a deer. Now extend this story. Those who are constantly thinking about their dog, what will happen to my dog? I cannot go to God's temple because dog is alone at home. I cannot go to Badrinath, Kedarnath because my dog is alone at home. And one day, dog. Next life, pow. Because this is what we have asked for. See, Kathopanishad say, Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridisthitaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashtute. When we live at a zero desire level, there is no jiva. Desire is the factor which creates jiva out of Paramatma. Like wife is a factor which creates husband out of man. See? Now, is husband a reality? It is an appearance. See? It has no existence. If the wife says, I don't like you, get away, talaq, So the man will go away, but question is where the husband has gone. In the same manner, the Jiva, he is only, if we accept that I am a husband, you will continue to be miserable. But if you accept, oh, it's a drama that I am playing, it's okay. Before wife, I am a husband, afterwards I am a man again. See, this is all the spiritual practice. Therefore, play the role that we have to play. If you are before your subordinate, roar like a lion. If you are before your wife, start meowing like a cat. You will be successful in both the places. Narayan. Je evam vidvan pranam vedana hasya praja hiyate amruto bhavati tadesha shlokaha. In this manner, he who comes to know, this is the meaning of prana. See? So what we have understood as prana? Prana is jiva, and jiva is not an individuality, it is a phenomena, and therefore when one bulb becomes fused, nothing happens. In the same manner, when somebody dies, nobody goes nowhere. Don't bother about date and birth, live happily and be happy. This is all spiritual practice. But we are so much conditioned by this. We are unable to get out of it. Like one lady's mother-in-law died. She was a very torturous, devilish lady, old lady. And she died on Ashadi Ekadashi. So when she died, this daughter-in-law, he was coming regularly for my lectures. He said, Swamiji, you know my mother-in-law, how terrible she was. Do you know, she died on Ashadi Ekadashi. I said, Mama, you are listening to Vedanta, I will tell you the truth. I won't bluff you like devotees. What is that? When she died on Ashadi Ekadashi, did she know that? She won't know. Unless you know, you don't gain. All gain is through knowledge. If you have got a lottery ticket in your pocket and you don't know the number is there with a big reward, are you getting benefit of that? Every gain is only through knowledge. And this old lady, when she died, did she know that today is the Ekadashi? No. Then what people say? They say for you to keep cool, that's all. The one who has died and gone, who cares what time? See, friends. So the dead body, whether you make a big monument out of it or you cut it to pieces and give it to the vultures, it makes no difference to anybody. But we get so much conditioned by this. Therefore, na asya praja hiyate, his children are never lost because he is always eternally present. About this there is a shloka, Utpatti Mahayatim Thanam Vibhutam Cha Panchada Adhyatmam Triva Pranasya Vijnaya Amrutam Ashnute Amrutam Ashnute. In this manner, he who knows, be attentive, how the jiva is born, how he enters in the body, how he is permeating through the total body inside as well as in the outer world, and how he is divided into pancha pranas. And in this manner, when he comes to know that his Atma is the eternal reality,